All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Photoshop actions. These will come in handy when you are doing a lot of different things to a bunch of photos, but all the things you're doing in those photos are the same. So you're basically kind of like batch processing. There's a little bit of this you can do if you just need to resize your images. You can use the image processor script, but the only thing you can do in there is resizing or using an action. So if you want to do anything additional, you'll want to set up an action in order to use that a little bit more robustly. So I have this little flower here, and I'm going to do a couple of things and show you how we first record the action and then how we use it. So we have a few in here already. You can click on those and see what they do, but there's a lot of different things. So first we have to create our action. I'm going to click up here and click New Action. I'm just going to name it Flowers, and then as soon as I press record, anything that I do is going to be part of our action. So just kind of be careful that you're not doing additional things you don't want to happen to all your other images. So I'll click record. First, I'm going to add this image resizing. I mentioned you could do that in the image processor, but you actually can't change the resolution there. So I'm going to change the resolution to 72 and resize down to 10 by 12.9. Click OK. Any kind of like zooming or moving around is not going to go into the action, so that's all right. Then I'm going to add a new adjustment layer, a hue saturation one. We're going to just use it on this layer. And what I'm going to do is just kind of change the yellows to oranges. I think that's visually helpful for the purpose of this video. And also it's like if my client wants a bunch of orange flowers instead of yellow, this is a great way to use an action to make that happen really quickly. So we'll change that to yellow. And then the last thing, we want to make sure we kind of have something to save it out as. So I'm just going to do save a copy. I'm going to save it in this action save folder, and I'll save it as a PNG, which is what it already is. Save as a PNG, and we'll do a medium file size. So what we have in our flowers action, we have the image size adjustment, the adjustment layer, we have the current adjustment, and then we have our save here. We do have this deselect layers, which kind of doesn't matter, so we could delete that from our action if we wanted to, but it kind of doesn't matter. It's not going to add too much to it. So I'm just going to stop the recording right here and leave that as is. So now I'll close out this file. We don't even need to necessarily save it. And if we open another yellow file, go into our actions window, I'm going to click flowers, and I'm just going to click play, and that's going to do all of the things that we did to that original item. So you can see it changed to the hue saturation a little bit. See how much that changed? It resized it. And then it also saved it over here in this action save folder exactly as we wanted it to do as a PNG. So that's a great way to save a bunch of different transformations and things and just use them whenever you need. Another thing is when you create the action, you can actually tie it to a function key. So you can make it tied to like Shift F7 or Control F7 or Command on a Mac, so that every time in the future you press Command F7, it's going to do that series of actions. That's a great way to use this long term. But if you want to use it in a batch way, how do you do that? I mentioned you could use the scripts image processor, but if you're not doing the resizing, you don't necessarily need to do that. You can use Automate Batch, which is specifically for running actions. We'll select our action, we'll select our source folder, which is our yellow actions folder. It's got those 7 images in it. And then you can select a destination folder for things to save as. We have the save command in our action, so we don't actually need to do this. And now I'll click OK. And while it's running, I'm just going to say, hi, I'm Laney. I'm a wedding invitation designer, and I hope you're enjoying this video. If you want to learn more about stationery design using Adobe Creative Cloud, etc., please check out the rest of the videos on my channel. And if you're interested in becoming a full stationery designer running a successful stationery design business, then we have a membership called Stationery School that I think will be perfect for you, where I release longer form courses every single month by stationers for stationers. I'll link that in the description for you. I think we're close to being done, if not done. So I did open all of these images, but you can also see that over here in the actions folder, it did save them out as PNGs. And what you can see is they have been resized. We might want to check here. So we've changed the resolution to 72, we changed the width to 10, and the height will vary based on how tall it was in relation to the 10-inch width. And then as you can see, we have that additional adjustment layer with the orange added. So all of these layers have been turned from yellow to orange. And they're not gonna be exactly the same because we used an adjustment layer. So it's just adjusting the yellows that already existed within the flowers. But I think that makes it more natural anyway. You could always go back in and manually adjust a couple if they're not exactly right, but this is so much easier than doing this one by one. And you can keep that action for the future. So if this is something that you do often, then definitely make an action for it. I think there's so many things you can do as part of your actions. For instance, if you're trying to take something like this and turn it into like a square listing photo with some info on it, you could, expand the canvas, add your text, change your colors of your background, and export it, something like that. So this is a really good way to just take any of those repetitive actions that you do in Photoshop and make them a lot easier and pretty much automate them. So if this was helpful in learning how to use Photoshop actions, if you want to comment and let me know what types of things you're using them for, I can always offer some feedback and assistance, and let me know what else you want to see here on my channel. Thanks, everyone.